Hello everyone, welcome to Circuit Training 101. So let's dive in and get moving. We'll start with our warm-up as I explain the format of the class for you today. So we're going to go through 7 different exercises and we're going to perform 12 repetitions of each exercise, and hopefully we'll get through that circuit at least twice in 30 minutes. For this class you do not need any equipment, just a chair maybe, and some weights if you have weights at home, or you can use water bottles or soup cans, or you don't need any weights at all. So completely up to you, whatever works for you, for your body, what you have at home today, we'll work with and make the best of it. Get some great exercise in either way. So we're doing our march in opposition, opposite arm, opposite leg. And now I want you to reach up overhead in opposition. Ready? Here we go. Reach up, up. That overhead movement tends to get that heart rate going. Good, nice deep breath in, reaching long, shoulders over top of those hips, belly button in towards the spine. And now let's bring those reaching arms across the body, still in opposition. Get a little torso rotation going, nice stretch as we're getting warmed up and moving. And let's bring those arms right back down to the side, march it out. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it to stillness and go into our dynamic stretch, starting with the head and neck, nodding yes. Eyes to the ceiling and chin down to the chest. Breathing in and out. And now turning side to side, glancing over the shoulder. One more time each side. And then slowly bring it back to the center. Relax those arms down by the side. Let the head fall heavy, chin to the chest. Slowly take that left ear towards that left shoulder. And now half head roll, slowly, gently. If it causes any pain, don't do it. Just trying to stretch out that neck and shoulder area. Slow half head roll back to the center of the body. Gently lift the head up. Work into those shoulders. Some shrugs straight up and down. Good, shoulder circles forward. And reverse. Good. Working now straight into our palm tree. One arm over, one arm under. Nice side body lean. If that overhead movement causes any pain, you can just bring the arm right in front of the body as well. Bring that to stillness, going straight into your torso rotation. You can have a little pivot on the ball of that foot so we don't twist the knee, warming up through the core. And now bring that to stillness. Let's work into the hips. So this is where if you have your chair or a nice surface we can anchor on, a countertop, we're going to do a leg pendulum swing, swinging front to back, keeping shoulders over top of hips, belly button in. Just loosening up through the hip, through the glutes. Good, and now bring that leg back to center. I want you to lift it straight out to the side. Gently cross in front, out to the side, and back behind. Now, if you've had a hip replacement, you may not want to cross over the midline, so you can just bring the leg right back to center and not cross over. Good, bring that leg straight up out in front. Let's work into those ankles, pointing and flexing with our foot pump, and big circles in both directions. And now relax it down. You just shake the legs out a little bit. I'm going to turn around so you can see me better. Work the other side, so pendulum swing, front to back. And I'm only lifting the leg as high as I comfortably can and maintaining that alignment. So I don't want to lean forward and back. I want to stay nice and strong, nice and anchored. And now let's take that leg out to the side, sweep cross front, side, cross behind. Now if anything causes pain, modify it. Work within the range of motion that is comfortable for you. So crossing to the front and behind. That's our last one. Lift it straight up now, point and flex the foot. And ankle rotations in both directions. Good, relax that leg down and let's shake it out. Okay, we are ready for the first exercise. Exercise 1, you have an option. You can either use that chair to perform your sit to stand, so going from that seated position to standing up. The hardest version, I'm not using my hands to assist, it's all leg. If I need a little assistance, I can push off the arms or the seat or my legs to help get some momentum as I stand. So either 12 sit to stands or 12 freestanding squats. As I'm squatting down, I'm sinking those hips down. I'm only bending down as far as I comfortably can with those knees. When you glance down, I want you to make sure that knee is lining up over top of the second and third toes. All right, here we go. 12, either sit to stands with the chair or squats. Here we are. Squatting down for 1, 2, good, 3, 4, keep breathing in and out, nice and controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8, doing great, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. All right, on to exercise number 2. Bicep curls. So I can perform this standing, or I can also use that chair and perform it from a seated position. I've got 2 water bottles here. I could use these 16.9 ounce water bottles, or just a little bit over a pound. I could use those to curl. Or I happen to have some hand weights at home, so I'm going to go ahead and incorporate some hand weights with this exercise. So if I'm performing my bicep curl standing, I have my feet about hip distance apart, soft knees, shoulders back over top of the hips, palms facing up. 12 times curling up, both arms. Here we are. 1, relaxing back down. 2. Now remember you're breathing. We don't want to hold the breath. Exhale on the hardest part, inhale on the release. Exhale, curl, inhale, release. Here's 6, doing great. Don't lean back. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Excellent. All right, relax, put those weights down if you're using weights or water bottles or soup cans. And we're ready for exercise number 3, which is our side lunge. So for the side lunge, we want our feet wider than hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, shoulders over hips, belly button in. I'm going to bend one knee as I lunge to the side and bring it back to the center. We're going to work one side for 12 repetitions, then we'll move to the other side for 12 repetitions. Here we go. It's 1, good, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm only bending that knee as far as I comfortably can, whatever works for my body. No competition. Good. 4 more. And 3. And 2. Here's our last one. Good. Back to center. If you need to shake them out a little bit. And let's go to the other side for 12. Side lunge and center. Lunge, center. 3 and 4 and 5. Doing great. 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 more, 10, 11, and 12. Woo, walk those feet in, shake out those legs. Now we're moving on to exercise 4, which is our overhead press to fly. So you can do this seated if you're feeling a little tired, you want to take a break. You can get the same upper body work from a seated position as well. So this is another exercise where you have an option to incorporate weights, water bottles, soup cans. If you have hand weights at home, go ahead and incorporate those. So from a standing position, we've got that nice neutral stance, feet about hip distance apart, soft knees, shoulders over top of hips, got my core engaged. When I start for that overhead press, I want my elbows to be about the same height as my shoulder. Overhead press, bring it right back down to fly. Good. Press, down, fly. Press, down, fly. Here's 4. Breathing. Do not hold that breath. You exhale on the hard part. Inhale on that release. Woo! Feeling a little burn. Let's get 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Excellent. Relax it down. Okay, back to a lower body exercise. We're going to do calf raises and toe raises. So we're going to lift the heels up off the ground and then lift the toes up. You can do it from a seated position or you can do it from a standing position. That standing position, if you want to ramp up the intensity, you can even hold on to hand weights while you're doing it. If you need a stable surface for balance, utilize the back of that chair. Standing tall, shoulders over top of hips, belly button in, lifting the heels up, activating the calves, lowering down, lifting the toes up. Now remember that toe raise does not have to be anything dramatic. It can just be as simple as lifting the toes up inside of the sneakers, just so we're activating up the front of the leg, that tibialis anterior, the front of the shin. Good, here's 5. Breathing in and out. 6, 7, 8. Doing great. 9, 10, 11, and here's our last one, 12. Woo! All right, let's give the triceps some attention. So this is where the chair with the armrest comes in handy, because we're going to hold on to those armrests and we're going to use the triceps right up the back of the arm to push our rear ends up out of that chair and then settle back down. If you don't have a chair with armrests, many people also do these from the seat of the chair. You extend the feet out in front, you can have bent knees, and you dip down and press back up. So you can do either version. This one is a little bit more intense than the seated version. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to demonstrate seated version, and we're going to lift up, press up, activate the backs of those arms, and back down for 1. Up, back down for 2. Now try to have the arms do all the work. Don't let those legs assist at all if you're doing the version from the chair with the armrests. Good, breathing in and out. Exhale up, inhale lower. Exhale up, inhale lower. 4 more, lift and lower. 3 and lower. 2 and lower. Last 1 and lower. Woo! Shake out those arms. All right, exercise 7. We're almost through this first round. Abdominal or core work. So we're going to do a seated opposite elbow towards opposite knee. So I'm going to hold the elbows straight out in front, and I'm going to lift up opposite elbow towards opposite knee. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking about bringing the bottom of the rib cage to the top of the hips. Okay, so a little curling, contracting. I come back to center, and I work to the other side. So we're going to work to do 12 on each side. Here we go. And lift, lower. Exhale, contract. Inhale, release. It's 2 and 2 and 3 and 3. Good. Think about what we're trying to work, where you should be feeling this. Okay, right through that core, belly button in towards the spine. You've got it. Let's get 5 more, because we can. And 4, and 4, and 3, and 3, and 2, and 2, Last one each side. And relax. All right, let's take 2 deep breaths before we ramp up for round 2. Going to repeat those same 7 exercises. This time we'll drop down the repetitions to 10. So here we go. Deep breath, inhale up, stretch. Oh, exhale, release. Good, little recovery here. Inhale up. And exhale, release. All right, back to exercise number 1. Here we go. That was our sit to stand or our squats. Okay, this time I'll demonstrate the sit to stand since I did the squats for the first round, and we're doing 10 repetitions. Ready? Your choice. Sit to stand or squat 10 times. Let's go. Up for 1. Back down. All leg here. 2. And down. Check that alignment. My knees should be passing over or lined up over top of that second and third toe. Let's get 5 more. And 4. Doing great here. 3. 2. And last one. Woo, relax her down. All right, exercise number 2 was that bicep curl. Remember, you have the same option, seated bicep or standing up with or without weights. So I'll demonstrate this second round seated. Okay, I'm going to incorporate weights because I just have some at home here. And I want a nice big range of motion, curling up and releasing back down, palms up. Good, and I breathe out on the hard part, in on the easy part. So for me, it's an exhale and an inhale. Just want to avoid holding the breath, that Valsalva maneuver. Drive that blood pressure up, makes us feel dizzy. So we don't want that. Good breathing. Let's get 2 more in here. And 2. And last one. Excellent, relax it down. All right, we're going back to those legs with the side lunge. So coming back up to that standing position, walking those feet out wider than hip distance. And I'm going to lunge 10 times to one side, then we'll switch, lunging 10 times to the other side. Nice soft knees, take a little bit of a seat, and lunge to the side, back to center. Side, center. Toes pointed forward, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guess what? I'm gonna make you hold the last one. Here's 9 and 10. I want you to hold it, breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5. I feel a little burn right here. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Shake them out. All right, here we go. Opposite side, 10 times, holding that last one. Here it is. There's 1. Good. 2. Proud of you for being here and doing this today. It's not always easy, but once we're here and moving, it's all good. It feels so much better afterwards. There's 4 more. 3, 2, last one, hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, I'll count faster. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center, shake it out. Good work with those side lunges. All right, switching back to upper body, that overhead press to fly. You decide if you want to use weights. Remember, you can also do this seated. So for this round, I'll demonstrate the seated version. So still sitting nice and tall or standing tall, shoulders over hips, belly button in towards the spine, starting positions like a goal post. See that my shoulders and my elbows are about the same height. I try to keep that wrist over top of the elbow, nice alignment. Press straight up overhead, bring it back down to starting position, and fly. Overhead press, down to fly, and press, down, fly. Here's 4, press, down, fly. Good. 5, breathing in and out. Don't arch that back. Don't throw backwards. 6, 4 more. 7, 8, 9, One more. 10. Woo! Put those weights down. All right, we're gonna stand back up. But remember, you do have an option for seated on this as well. It's those calf raises or lifting the heel up to activate the calf, and then lifting the toes up to activate or strengthen up the front of the leg, the shin, that tibialis anterior. So either seated or standing. If you're standing, maybe look for that support. Shoulders over hips, belly button in, nice and tall. Heels come up off the ground. Now toes. Remember, toes can just lift up in the shoes. It doesn't have to be a big rock back. Good. Here's 3 and 4, 5. I am going to have you hold the last one on this. Here's 7. Time flies, we're having fun. 8, 9. Okay, last one, 10. Hold it up. Balance, work that balance. Core in. Good. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Toes come up. Balance. Remember, they can just lift up inside of that shoe. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Shake them out. And let's go into those tricep dips. So you've got the 2 versions. Version 1, using the armrests on my chair, using just the upper body, primarily the triceps, to lift that rear end up out of the chair. Or if I don't have armrests or I want more of an intense version, my hands are placed on the seat of the chair, my feet walk forward. I have my knees bent, my feet flat on the ground, and it's just a little dip down and a press back up. So I'll demonstrate this version for this round 10 times. Here we go. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Now if you are using the chair, make sure you have it pushed up against a wall so it's not going to slide out from underneath you. Good. Breathing in and out. Doing great. My knuckles are facing forward. See my fingers? Let's get 3 more. Pressing. And 2. Good. Last one. Woo! Triceps. Done. All right, core work. Then we're gonna stretch it out, cool it down. So our core exercise is seated. Arms come straight up in front of the body. Elbow and shoulder same height. I'm lifting opposite leg, opposite knee towards opposite elbow. Thinking about bringing the bottom of the rib cage to the top of the hip. Good, maybe a little curling, a little rocking, a little contracting, squeezing through those abdominals. Good, let's get 5, and 5, and 4, and 4, and 3, 3, 2, 2, last one each side. Wonderful work. All right, we made it through all 7 exercises. We did 12 repetitions the first round, 10 repetitions the second round with a couple holds thrown in there. So now let's get you stretched out. So we're gonna start with the lower half of the body. I want you to sit on your chair and extend one leg forward, foot is flexed, heels lower down onto the ground. So I might need to scoot forward a little bit in my seat. My other leg, I've got my knee bent, foot flat on the ground. Shoulders over top of hips. Nice flat back, leaning forward. Trying to bring that chest forward till I feel a stretch happening up the back of the leg. It's tension, not pain. We're holding a bare minimum of 10 seconds. This is one of my favorite stretches to do every single day because we get so tight up the back half of the body. And now let's slowly sit tall, release that stretch. Float that foot up, point and flex through that ankle. Work out from those calf raises and toe lifts. Big circles around. Reverse direction with that circle. And relax that leg down. And now let's switch to the other side, extending the opposite leg out in front. Flexed foot, heel to the ground, sitting tall. And nice flat back, hinging forward at the hips till I feel that stretch, that tension happening right here up the back of the calf, into the hamstring, even into the glute and low back for a lot of people. Holding there. Breathing in and out on our bare minimum, 10 seconds. You can do 30 or 60. And now slowly sitting tall. And let's float that foot up, point and flex it, stretch it out. Stretch through the shin and through the calf. And now big ankle circles and reverse directions. Good, relaxing it down. Stomp it out a little bit. Try to get those legs to relax. And let's work into our core. So I want you to do a seated spinal twist. So sitting as tall as you can, go ahead and place your left hand on that right knee. My free hand is now going to hold on to the back of the chair or the armrest as I turn and look over the shoulder. Holding that, breathing in and out. Let's take a nice deep breath here. Exhale out. One more time, breath in. And exhale out. Good. Slowly release. Back to center. And transition to the other side. Sitting as tall as I can. Opposite hand comes across. Place on top of opposite knee. Holding on to that armrest or the back of the chair. I even feel a stretch here through my neck because I'm looking over that shoulder. Feel it through my back, my core. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. One more breath in. Exhale out. And slowly release back to the center. All right, with our upper body, let's give a nice bicep, tricep, shoulder stretch. So let's take one arm right across the front of the body, almost like a one-arm hug. And I'm going to place the free hand halfway between my shoulder and my elbow. So it's right here on that tricep. And I'm pulling, adding some tension, some stretch through the shoulder. And I'm going to add in some wrist rotation here, rolling my wrist. If I used weights, even sometimes those tricep dips, you can feel that in the wrist a little bit. So give the wrist some love. And now slowly release, shake it out. Same arm, I want you to rotate palm up towards the ceiling and flex. So I've got my fingertips pointing down towards the floor. If I want a little extra stretch, I can gently apply some pressure here to the fingertips. Should feel this right here through the forearm into the bicep. Nice deep breaths while we're here. Holding for our 10 seconds. And now go ahead and release. Shake it out. And transition to the other side. Bring that one arm right across the chest like a one-arm hug. Placing that free hand halfway between the shoulder and elbow, right on that tricep. And while I'm enjoying that stretch, I'm going to also roll out my wrist. Make sure I'm rolling in both directions. Good. Keep holding. And now let's slowly release, shake it out. And let's bring that arm straight out in front of the body, palm facing up towards the ceiling. Now I'm going to flex at that wrist so the fingertips are now towards the ground. I have the option to add some gentle pressure here. Holding, breathing. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now let's climb the rope. Reach up overhead, wrap the hands around that imaginary rope, pull back down. Just like that dreaded rope climb in gym class when we were kids. Nice big stretch. I feel this happening through my side body as well. Good. One more time each side. And relax the arms down. All right, 3 deep breaths. Here we go, palms facing up. Nice big inhale, sweep up. Exhale. Fill those lungs a little bit more each time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, release. All right, 3rd time is the charm. Deepest breath yet. Inhale, sweep up, 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 up. Exhale, release, relax, bring those arms down, wrap them around, double pats on the back. Woo, excellent work today. I'm so glad you were here. Special hello to all my friends at Alma Vita, and I look forward to seeing you next class. Be well.